And Matt, another storm just around the corner.
Indeed, there is a little good news. It's not quite as potent as Storm Barra we saw just over a week ago, but for those areas still recovering, particularly here in the northeast of England, more disruption is certainly likely. Let's take a look at what will be Storm Barra as it pushes across us Tuesday into Wednesday. Biggest impacts will be actually to the southwest of Ireland, where we could see winds over 90 miles an hour. But even as that works its way eastwards, there will be at least, very least some travel disruption. Start with the winds early tomorrow and into tomorrow morning. 80-mile-an-hour gusts around Irish sea coast, particularly from Wales into east and Northern Ireland. Through the day, gales will develop elsewhere, and then later on Tuesday, the northeast of Scotland will see the wind strengthen 60, 70-mile-an-hour gusts for you. But for those areas that saw the 100-mile-an-hour gusts from Arwen, the winds will be nowhere near as strong. But here, particularly on the hills of northern England into southern Scotland, the potential for blizzards could be the biggest hazard to travel and potential biggest impact to the recovery process taking place there at the moment.
Hello, good afternoon. It's not the most pleasant looking week of weather ahead. Wet and windy for much of it, very unsettled, low pressure dominates, and tomorrow will be under the influence of Storm Barra. And there's another weather front to deal with today that's been moving eastwards. Outbreaks of rain, as you can see from our weather watcher picture here from Belgravia. But by the time most of us wake up tomorrow morning, the winds will have started to pick up. Now tomorrow, Storm Barra will be with us across the whole country, and there is still a Met Office weather warning in force for the London area, and that's valid the whole day. The winds will be strongest for us probably around 5 or 6 o'clock through the evening, perhaps coinciding with the evening rush hour, so possibly some damage caused by the strength of the winds.
On to Storm Barra.
Yeah.
Lots of warnings over the last day or so.
We've got wind warnings in place, yellow wind warnings. So not the worst kind of warning, but there could well be some travel disruption. In fact, good Duncan, we've got a bit of everything coming our way. We've got a really cold start with frost and ice. Then we've got rain coming in and, of course, the winds as well. And it is going to stay chilly for the next few days. But it might just get that little bit warmer as we head in towards the weekend. But, of course, it is winter, so cold's what we've got. Let's take a look. Well, I don't know if you were up early this morning, but there were some cracking colours to be had in London. There we go, a bit of matchy-matchy with me and Twickenham. Now, this evening, a few showers around, but there's also going to be some frost as we go into tomorrow morning and a bit of an ice risk as well. And then we're dealing with Storm Barra tomorrow that's heading our way.
Well, Riz, I think we really needed the Christmas lights on today, didn't we? As you can see from our weather watcher picture here from Belgravia, a really grey-looking day. Lots of, heavy rain, some brisk winds as well. It's a lovely start though. Look at the colours on this. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning, of course. There'll be more of the same, I think, tomorrow. There's another weather front coming our way, a really deep area of low pressure, and that is Storm Barra. It will be with us by the time we get to this time tomorrow, really. For the rest of the week, it is set to stay wet and windy. Low pressure dominates. It's very unsettled indeed.
Hello there, very good evening to you. Expect some pretty wild weather in the next 24 to 48 hours as Storm Barra starts moving in from the west. We're expecting the strongest winds to be across the western coasts and across Northern Ireland. We've also got the risk of snow across high ground north of the Pennines. For everybody, a wet and a very windy period in the next 48 or so hours.